Alright, YouTube. I wanted to do a little video on lane filtering, lane splitting, lane cutting, whatever it is you'd like to call it. A lot of people have different opinions on it, and they call it different things. But I'm here in Korea where filtering is legal, and I thought, what better opportunity would I have to talk about it than while I was doing it? So I'm just going to give my opinion. You can take it or leave it. Doesn't matter to me. It's just what I think. Typical opponents of lane filtering. I found a couple different arguments they present. A couple different sets of reasoning or logic related to it. The first one that I'll go over is simply the I am jealous because you are skipping the queue / my panties are all up in a big fat twist because you went over the painted line on the road logic, if you want to call that logic. These people are generally just ass hurt because I'm getting there first. Well, I have news for you. You're not the most important person in the world. These are the same people who would open doors or try to get closer to the car that's in the lane next to them in order to stop you from doing what you're doing because it makes their feels hurt. And they're gonna go cry to mommy about it. So there's that. There's that set of people. Others, let's see. And you can see how totally smooth that just went. Other proponents are the ones who are like, oh, what's a good one? I've seen Harley riders of all people, a big swath of them against it. And I couldn't really figure out the reason other than that, they typically have saddlebags and such on their bikes. And, maybe they can't squeeze through. I'm sure they can't with a bunch of large stuff hanging off the sides of their bikes. So it kind of dawned on me. It's like, hey, I can't really do it. Plus, I don't ride a sport bike or anything small. So it's like I ride something big and slow. And typically, a Harley is going to be so slow that you must not mind being slow. Yeah, you must not mind being stuck in traffic because you're not going anywhere fast even without the traffic on a Harley. So why encourage lane splitting and have the other motorcyclists go faster than you or get to their destination faster than you? That's another set of logic I've seen against it. So here's what we found from countries that that have a lot of data on lane filtering, such as Korea. It's legal countrywide here. There's no province where it's illegal because they have national police. What they found is that it helps the traffic flow because what it's doing, holy shit. I gotta fucking yell at this guy. 깜빡이 뭐라? 깜빡이 뭐라? What? You don't know? 깜빡이 뭐라? See? You drive like an idiot. Anyway. What lane splitting actually does is it removes the vehicle which is splitting, it removes them from the queue. So it literally makes your trip shorter by however many less vehicles are splitting the lane instead of clogging the lane up with their vehicle. I heard a funny argument once from a guy on FCC, which is FloridaConcealedCarryForum.com. He said, well, if I have a big hot cup of coffee and I spill it all over myself while I'm driving, I should be able to reasonably get out of my car in traffic on the street to dry off. I don't know what world he's living in to even make that kind of argument. Like, how does that support your case? So you want to, instead of pull over with your emergency flashers, you want to get out of your car and stand in the street because you were dumb enough to bring a hot-ass cup of coffee that's not secured in any way. I mean, they make thermoses for a reason. Thermoses and even to-go cups that have a pretty firm lid. So there's a lot of, I mean, that's not the only thing. It's not just what cup you put it in, but just the fact that that's your argument. Like, I should be able to stand in the street as long as traffic stopped. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. It's not an argument. That's not a counter argument. That's just you being completely petty. 110% petty. You shouldn't get to your destination faster than me is what that boils down to, and I'm going to use any excuse of an argument that I can think of to make that happen. Or not happen, rather.